Have you ever met someone who eats more than you, moves less than you, and still seems to stay slim without trying? Meanwhile, you're doing your best, cutting back on portions, maybe even skipping dessert, but the scale barely budges? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Especially after 50, it can feel like your body has changed the rules and didn't send you the memo. Here's the truth: it has, but not in a way that's hopeless. In fact, with just a few smart tweaks, especially to the types of foods you eat, you can actually turn your metabolism back on, feel more energized, and yes, lose weight. Not in a crash diet, yo-yo kind of way. I mean the steady, natural kind of weight loss that comes from working with your body, not against it. See, after 50, our bodies tend to lose muscle and gain fat more easily. Hormones shift, digestion slows down, and even our hunger signals get a little scrambled. But here's what researchers have found: the right low-calorie foods, especially ones that are rich in nutrients and fiber, can do more than just help with weight. They can support your muscles, balance your blood sugar, keep you full longer, and even sharpen your brain. And we're not talking about bland, boring diet foods here. These are real, flavorful, satisfying foods that you can enjoy every day without counting calories or giving up everything you love. In this video, I'm going to share 6 simple, science-backed food shifts that can make a big difference, especially for people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. You'll learn which low-calorie foods actually fight belly fat, how to eat in a way that keeps you full and energized, not tired and hungry, what science says about fiber, protein, and volume eating, the foods that help your metabolism work with you again, and easy tips you can start using today. No extreme diets, no complicated rules. Think of this like a tune-up for your metabolism. And the best part? It's not about doing more, it's about choosing smarter. Ready to get into it? Let's start with the first simple shift that can make the pounds start falling off, especially after 50. Here are 6 simple but powerful food insights that can help your body shed weight more naturally, even after 50. Each one is backed by science, but I'll explain them in plain English with practical tips you can use right away. Add more water-rich foods. They fill you up without filling you out. Think fruits, veggies, and brothy soups. These foods have lots of volume but few calories, which means you can eat more and still lose weight. It's not about eating less, it's about eating smarter. Eat protein with every meal, especially breakfast. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It helps maintain muscle as we age, which is key for metabolism and strength. Plus, it keeps you full longer, so you're less likely to snack or overeat later. 3. Focus on fiber. It's your gut's best friend. Fiber helps keep digestion smooth, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps you satisfied. Most people over 50 aren't getting nearly enough, and that's a missed opportunity because it plays a huge role in healthy weight loss. 4. Use volume eating to feel full on fewer calories. Here's a secret: the weight of your food matters more than the calories. Foods with bulk, like leafy greens, beans, and berries, stretch the stomach and send "I'm full" signals to the brain. It's kind of like tricking your body in a good way. 5. Watch out for sneaky high-calorie health foods. Some foods sound healthy, like granola, smoothies, or nut butters, but they're often packed with hidden sugars and calories. I'll show you how to swap them for options that give you more nutrition for less energy cost. Pill of round foods that stabilize blood sugar. When your blood sugar swings up and down, so does your hunger and energy. But the right foods can help keep things steady, which means fewer cravings, better focus, and easier weight loss. Each of these ideas is doable, even if you're busy, not a big cook, or feel like your metabolism has slowed to a crawl. In the next section, we'll dive into the first tip and why adding certain water-rich foods can be the easiest way to start seeing the scale move in the right direction. Ready? Let's go. Add more water-rich foods. They fill you up without filling you out. Let me ask you something. Have you ever eaten a small bowl of chips and still felt hungry, but then had a big salad or a bowl of fruit and felt full for hours? That's not your imagination, that's biology. And it's one of the biggest keys to losing weight after 50, without feeling like you're starving all the time. Here's what researchers have found. Foods that are high in water, like cucumbers, strawberries, tomatoes, oranges, soups, and leafy greens, take up more space in your stomach without adding a lot of calories. That means your brain gets the signal, hey, I'm full, even though you haven't eaten a lot of energy. Think of it like this. You could eat a handful of pretzels, or for the same number of calories, you could have a whole plate of watermelon. Which one do you think will keep you full longer? It's not about cutting food. It's about choosing foods that do more for you. Here's how it works. Your stomach has stretch receptors that send messages to your brain about fullness. The more space a food takes up, the more water and fiber it has, the sooner those signals kick in. That means fewer cravings, less snacking, and less overeating. And water-rich foods also help with digestion. They keep things moving, if you know what I mean. Hydration, which can boost energy and mental clarity. Natural detox. Your liver and kidneys love water. A simple thing you can do is start your meals with something high in water. Try a bowl of veggie soup before lunch or dinner, a fresh fruit plate in the morning, a handful of cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, or bell peppers as a snack. You can even blend water-rich fruits and vegetables into smoothies or add extra greens to sandwiches and omelets. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Swapping just one snack a day for something water-rich can shift your calorie balance without even trying. And don't worry, this isn't about becoming a rabbit and eating only lettuce. It's about adding foods that satisfy, hydrate, and help your body feel good. Let me ask you, what's one watery food you do enjoy, even if it's just oranges, watermelon, or soup? Start there, build around it, and notice how much fuller and more energized you feel. This one shift can quietly start moving the scale, without willpower, without counting anything, and without feeling deprived. In the next part, we'll talk about a second powerful habit, how eating protein, especially in the morning, can help protect your muscles, curb hunger, and keep your metabolism humming along. Eat protein with every meal, especially breakfast. Have you ever had a muffin or a bowl of cereal in the morning, only to find yourself starving again by 10? There's a reason for that, and it's not just your imagination. After 50, one of the most powerful shifts you can make for your energy, your strength, and your weight is this: start your day with protein. Here's what researchers have found. Eating protein helps you feel fuller for longer, preserves your muscle as you age, and keeps your metabolism running better. And when you start the day with it, you set the tone for more stable energy and fewer cravings all day long. Think of protein like the foundation of a house. Without it, the rest of your body, your muscles, bones, hormones, even your brain, doesn't have the raw materials it needs to stay strong. And here's the kicker. After about age 50, your body becomes less efficient at using protein. That means you actually need more of it, not less, to maintain strength and prevent muscle loss. So, if you've ever felt like your body is slowing down, or it's harder to lose weight than it used to be, part of the answer may be that you're not getting enough protein, especially early in the day. Now, you don't need to become a bodybuilder or live off chicken breasts. A simple thing you can do is include one protein-rich food at each meal, especially breakfast. Here are some easy examples. Eggs, or egg whites if you're watching cholesterol. Greek yogurt, high in protein and low in sugar. Cottage cheese, surprisingly satisfying. Protein smoothies with a clean powder and frozen fruit. Nut butter on whole grain toast. Just watch the portion. Leftovers from dinner. Yes, it's okay to have chicken and veggies for breakfast. And when it comes to lunch and dinner, aim to fill about 1/4 of your plate with a good protein. Beans, lentils, fish, tofu, turkey, or lean beef if you eat meat. Protein helps curb hunger hormones, reduces snacking urges, and supports healthy blood sugar, which means fewer energy crashes and mood dips throughout the day. Have you ever noticed that after a higher protein meal, you're not constantly reaching for snacks or sweets afterward? That's not a coincidence, it's how your body is designed. One more tip: if you're not a big breakfast eater, try something light but protein-rich. Even a small smoothie or a boiled egg can make a difference. This isn't about strict rules. It's about giving your body what it needs to work better and feel better. So here's a challenge. Tomorrow morning, try swapping your usual carb-heavy breakfast for something with 15 to 20 grams of protein. Then see how you feel a few hours later. less hungry, more focused, and maybe even a little more upbeat. Small changes, big payoff. If this insight is helping you, go ahead and subscribe. We've got more tools coming your way to help you feel stronger, leaner, and clearer after 50. Next up, we'll explore the hidden power of fiber and why it might be the most underrated tool for weight loss and digestion as we age. Focus on fiber. It's your gut's best friend. Let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention, but might quietly be the biggest missing piece in your diet, especially after 50. Fiber. Now, I know fiber doesn't sound exciting, it's not trendy or flashy, but here's the truth. If you want to lose weight, improve digestion, control your blood sugar, and even support brain and heart health, fiber is your friend. And most people, especially over 60, aren't getting anywhere near enough of it. Here's what researchers have found. Fiber helps with weight loss because it slows down digestion, fills up your stomach, and balances blood sugar. That means fewer cravings, less snacking, and a lot more regularity in the bathroom department. Think of fiber like a sponge. It soaks up water, adds bulk to your food, and stretches your stomach, which tells your brain, "I'm full," and it helps keep things moving through your digestive system smoothly, which gets more important the older we get. Have you ever felt bloated, sluggish, or just off in your gut, like food is sitting there too long? That's often a sign your fiber intake is too low. There are two kinds of fiber, and don't worry, I'll keep this simple. Soluble fiber dissolves in water and helps control blood sugar and cholesterol. You'll find it in oats, apples, beans, and citrus fruits. Insoluble fiber adds bulk to your stool and helps things move along. Think veggies, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Both kinds matter, and most whole plant foods contain a bit of each. A simple thing you can do is make one swap per meal to boost your fiber. Use berries instead of bananas in your smoothie. Add chickpeas or lentils to salads or soups. Choose steel-cut oats instead of instant. Snack on carrots, snap peas, or almonds instead of chips. Try chia seeds or ground flax sprinkled into yogurt or cereal. If you're not used to eating much fiber, go slow, add it gradually, and drink more water as you increase it. Otherwise, your digestive system might feel overwhelmed. You might be surprised how quickly this one shift makes a difference, not just in weight, but in how you feel. More energy, less bloating, a clearer head. And here's something even more fascinating. Your gut bacteria love fiber. It's their food. And when you feed the good bacteria, they produce compounds that reduce inflammation and may even support mood, memory, and metabolism. So yes, eating more fiber could literally make you happier, leaner, and more focused. Let me ask you, how many fruits or vegetables did you have today? If the answer is not much, no guilt, just use it as a starting point. Tomorrow, aim for 2 servings more than usual. That's it. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Because when your gut is happy, the rest of your body tends to follow. Up next, we're going to talk about a fascinating trick called volume eating, and how eating more food, the right kind, can actually help you lose weight faster and feel fuller longer. Use volume eating to feel full on fewer calories. Have you ever finished a meal, looked down at your empty plate, and thought, "That's it, I'm still hungry"? Or maybe you've had the opposite, a big, colorful meal that left you feeling full and satisfied, even though it wasn't heavy or greasy. That second feeling, that's the power of volume eating, one of the best-kept secrets for losing weight without feeling deprived. Here's what researchers have found. Your body doesn't just respond to how many calories you eat. It responds to how much volume you eat, meaning how much space your food takes up in your stomach. So when you eat foods that are high in water, fiber, and air, like fruits, vegetables, leafy greens, beans, and broth-based soups, you physically fill up your stomach, which turns on your "I'm full" signal, even if the calorie count is low. Think of it like packing a suitcase. You can fill it with bricks, small, dense, high-calorie foods like chips or cheese, or with fluffy sweaters, high-volume, low-calorie foods like salads, soups, or berries. One takes up more room, but weighs a lot less. Here's a simple example. A small handful of mixed nuts, about 200 calories. A giant bowl of mixed salad with veggies, beans, and a light dressing, also about 200 calories. Which one is going to keep you full longer? Exactly. Volume eating doesn't mean eat more food in general. It means eat more of the right kinds of food that take up space and satisfy your brain's hunger cues without loading you up with calories. A simple thing you can do is build your meals like this. Start with volume, a big base of greens, veggies, or broth-based soup. Add protein, eggs, tofu, beans, lean meat, or fish. Top it off with flavor, avocado, salsa, a sprinkle of cheese or nuts, just in small amounts. And remember, you don't have to eat tiny portions to lose weight. In fact, the opposite is often true, especially after 50, when your hunger hormones may be less predictable and your metabolism needs better fuel. Here's a quick tip. Try eating your meals off a larger salad plate filled mostly with vegetables, instead of a small plate with a dense, heavy entree. You'll be amazed at how much more satisfied you feel with fewer calories overall. Let me ask you, if I peeked at your plate tonight, what would be the biggest thing on it? If it's bread or meat, try flipping the ratio tomorrow. Let greens, veggies, or soup take the spotlight, and let the denser stuff play a supporting role. This simple strategy gives your brain what it craves, a full belly, while helping your body get back to a healthy weight naturally. If this tip makes sense to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're building a library of practical, science-backed tools to help you feel stronger and lighter after 50. In the next part, we'll talk about foods that seem healthy but can secretly sabotage your progress and what to eat instead. Watch out for sneaky high-calorie health foods. Have you ever tried to eat healthy, only to find that the scale wasn't moving at all? You're not alone, and here's one big reason why. Some of the foods that seem healthy are actually loaded with hidden calories and sugars. Now, this isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Because once you know what to look for, you can make simple swaps that give you more nutrition with fewer calories, and that means easier weight loss without feeling like you're missing out. Here's what researchers have found. Calorie-dense foods don't always make us feel full. In fact, many of them leave us wanting more, especially when they're processed or combined with sugar, fat, and salt. Think of it like this. A food can have healthy ingredients and still be an unhealthy habit. Here are a few common health halo foods that tend to sneak in way more calories than you'd expect. Granola and granola bars. Yes, they have oats and nuts, but many are packed with added sugar and oil. A small bowl can have the calories of a cheeseburger. Smoothies. They sound healthy, but a typical store-bought smoothie can have more sugar than a can of soda, especially when it's made with juice, flavored yogurt, or sweetened protein powders. Nut butters. Peanut butter is satisfying, but 2 tablespoons is around 200 calories, and many of us eat more without realizing it. Healthy snacks. Things like veggie chips, trail mix, or rice cakes often leave you hungry and reaching for more because they're light on protein and fiber. So what can you do instead? A simple thing you can do is swap energy-dense snacks for nutrient-dense ones. That means choosing foods that fill you up with fewer calories and more benefits for your muscles, brain, and gut. Try these smart swaps. Instead of granola, try plain oats with berries and cinnamon. Instead of a smoothie shop drink, make a home smoothie with frozen berries, spinach, unsweetened almond milk, and clean protein powder. Instead of nut butter toast, try cottage cheese with fruit or hard-boiled eggs and a slice of whole grain toast. Instead of snack bars, reach for a small handful of nuts with an apple or some Greek yogurt and seeds. Here's the goal. Get more value out of every bite. More fiber, more protein, less sugar, and processed fat. Let me ask you, is there one food in your kitchen right now that looks healthy, but might be quietly working against your goals? No judgment, just take a peek. Reading the label, especially the sugar and oil content, can be a big eye-opener. Again, this isn't about cutting out all treats or never enjoying your favorites. It's about knowing what's helping and what's holding you back. When you focus on real, whole foods that give you energy and nutrients, your body naturally starts to find a healthier rhythm, and losing weight doesn't feel like a battle anymore. Coming up next, we'll talk about a powerful strategy that goes beyond calories and helps you stabilize your blood sugar, boost your focus, and stay full longer, building your plate to keep blood sugar steady. Build your plate around foods that stabilize blood sugar. Have you ever eaten a meal and then felt tired, foggy, or craving something sweet just an hour later. That's your blood sugar talking. And after 50, managing blood sugar isn't just about diabetes, it's one of the most powerful things you can do to improve energy, mood, focus, and weight loss. Here's what researchers have found. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes, it triggers hunger, fatigue, and cravings, even if you just ate. But when you stabilize it, your body runs smoother, your brain feels clearer, and your metabolism works better. Think of it like this. Blood sugar is your body's fuel gauge. If it's rising and falling like a roller coaster, you'll constantly feel like you're running on empty. But if you keep it steady, you get smooth energy all day long. And the best part? You don't need to count carbs or go on a complicated diet. You just need to build your meals in the right order and balance. Here's a simple, science-backed tip. Eat your food in this order. Fiber first, then protein and fat, then starches or sweets last. Studies show that this order helps slow down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream, leading to more stable energy and fewer cravings later. So instead of diving into the bread basket or fruit first, start with your salad or veggies. Then move on to your protein like chicken, fish, tofu, or eggs. Then finish with your starch like rice, potatoes, or fruit. Here's what that might look like. A big side of sautéed spinach or roasted broccoli, a piece of grilled salmon or some lentils, then a small serving of quinoa or sweet potato. And if you want something sweet, a few bites of fruit after the meal, not before. You can still enjoy carbs. The goal isn't to cut them out, it's to control the spikes. Here's another quick habit. Add a little vinegar or lemon juice to your meal, on salads, cooked veggies, or even in water. Research shows that the acid can help blunt blood sugar spikes by slowing digestion. It's a tiny change with a big benefit. Have you ever felt that crash around mid-afternoon, where you're reaching for coffee or something sweet? That's often a sign your earlier meal sent your blood sugar on a roller coaster. By balancing your plate and eating in a blood sugar-friendly order, you can avoid those crashes and your body becomes more efficient at using the food you give it. Let me ask you, what does your typical lunch or dinner look like? If it's mostly carbs with little protein or fiber, try flipping that balance just once this week. Start with veggies, add protein, and save the carbs for last. Your brain, your belly, and your energy levels will thank you. And now that we've covered 6 powerful, practical ways to eat smarter after 50, it's time to bring it all together and show you how to take the first easy step today. Let's take a breath and bring everything together. We've covered a lot of ground, and if you're still here, that tells me something important. You care about your health, you're ready for change, and you're not interested in gimmicks. You want real, lasting results. Here's the good news. You can lose weight, boost your energy, and feel stronger after 50. You just have to work with your body, not against it. Let's quickly revisit the 6 key insights we walked through. Start with low-calorie, high-volume foods like fruits, vegetables, soups, and leafy greens. They fill you up without filling you out. Protein is your best ally, especially as you age. It preserves muscle, balances hormones, and helps you burn more calories at rest. Fiber is the unsung hero. It helps you feel full, feed your gut, and reduce cravings, and it's found in simple foods like beans, oats, and berries. Volume eating means eating more of the right foods to stay full and satisfied, and it works wonders for weight loss without deprivation. Watch for sneaky high-calorie health foods like granola, smoothies, and energy bars. Swap them for smarter choices that give you more value per bite. Build your plate to balance blood sugar. Start meals with veggies, add protein, then finish with starch or sweets to keep energy steady and cravings low. Now, if all of that feels like a lot, don't worry, you don't have to change everything at once. Just start with one small shift. Maybe tomorrow morning you add a scoop of chia seeds to your oatmeal. Maybe tonight you start dinner with a big salad before the main course. Or maybe you just add an extra serving of vegetables to your plate today. That's it. Real change happens through small steps, repeated with kindness and consistency. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a plan that's doable, one that honors your stage of life, your preferences, and your pace. Because here's something I hope you remember. You're not too old. It's not too late. And you don't need to be hungry to get healthy. Your body is still responding. Your brain is still learning. Your habits are still shaping your future. So be patient and be proud of every single step you take. If this message resonated with you, go ahead and like this video. It helps more people find it. And subscribe if you want more simple science-backed tools to feel better, move better, and live stronger after 50. We're just getting started, and I'd love to keep supporting you on this journey. And if you've got a question or a small win to share, drop it in the comments. I read every one. Remember, you're not alone, and you've got what it takes to feel better in your body, starting today.